Hello, welcome to Thursday Night Facebook class with CJ Card Creations. My name is Christy Hillock. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Salt Lake City, Utah, and I am so glad that you are watching me. Whether you join me live on Facebook or if you catch the replay either on Facebook or on YouTube, I am so appreciative and I hope that you'll drop a comment and let me know that you're here. I am excited because it is the fourth week of the month tonight, and so I am actually going to share a paper pumpkin project. So if you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it is our monthly subscription box. It's an all-inclusive kit, so you sign up and then you don't have to think about it again. It just shows up on your door, and they're always great. They're very different styles, techniques, but always accessible if you're a beginner crafter and enjoyable if you're a more experienced crafter. So they're a really great mix of product, basically. It's a unique stamp set. You get ink. It's great. So I'm going to show all of that to you tonight. Oh, excuse me. I promised a kit unboxing as well. So I have that. So stick around after the first project and I'll share that with you. And then just some announcements quickly. Don't want to take up too much time, but if you want measurements for tonight's project, make sure that you click the link in the description of this video and sign up for my emails so that you get the PDF. And if you would like to receive project kits to make the three projects that we did in Facebook class this month, make sure that you place your $35 order no later than Sunday. I'm going to close it just a little bit early this month. So if you don't remember, we made, where is it? There are so many ways you might feel right now. So this used the cute Day at the Farm paper and then that gingham check embossing folder. So all of the work on this one will be done for you. You'll just do the stamped sentiment on the card and you'll be good to go. And then we also did this adorable little owl. But I think that with this card layout, any image that you like in the center would look great and any simple sentiment would look really good too. So this one is very accessible as well. And both of these are showcasing free product. So I'll explain more about that here in a minute. And then the last thing that we did last week was this awesome postage holder. And I have been so happy having it. I'm glad you're excited about them, just because it clears up some of the mess on my desk. I've really been trying so hard this month to clean this office. It's a disaster. I feel like I was just wondering what you all struggle with. You'll have to drop me a comment, but I struggle the most, I think, with all the paper and the paper scraps because I don't like to throw away the scraps because I might use the scrap later on something else, but then it just takes over my whole space. So let me know what you struggle with, because if I get some good ideas from your struggles, maybe I can help you with some of that. So that is that. Make sure you get that $35 order placed. Make sure that you use the host code so that I know that you want them, because Stampin' Up! Doesn't let me go back in and add them. If your order is over $150, don't add the code. You'll get them automatically. And okay, that brings me to Celebration. So I mentioned that I used a bunch of Celebration products. Celebration is our offering right now where with every $50 order that you place, you get to pick something out of our Brady catalog. Let me just grab it here. So it is so fun. There's stamp sets and papers, and so I really think that you will love the things that you find in here. And you can order anything you want with that $50. So it doesn't have to be products that I show or out of a certain catalog. It's just whatever's on our website. So if you have questions, let me know. It's also the best time of the year to join our company as a demonstrator. If you don't want to actually demonstrate, that's totally fine. Most of our demonstrators are actually what we call hobbyists. So you just shop for yourself. You might invite a friend over to stamp with you every once in a while, but you don't even have to do that. So that is a great option right now for $129. You can pick $175 of product, and this is all US, and get a free mini cut and emboss. So amazing deal. it gets you entirely set up to do any crafting that you want to do. And $130 is not a huge investment. So I definitely want you to ask me questions if you have any there. For next month's Paper Pumpkin, the deadline is the 10th of February, and it is going to be wonderful. It makes 9 peek through cards, bright colors. It coordinates with the Playing in the Rain bundle in the mini catalog, which is this cute. I don't know why I struggle so bad with which way to angle it, but these cute little guys, I just love them. They're so good for coloring and cute and cheerful. So it will be similar to that imagery. Hey, Tiffany, thanks for being here. So definitely check that Paper Pumpkin out. There is also an add-on right now that includes, I just realized I didn't get mine, the dies. And so there's 2 little dies to cut out, a cute frog and a set of flowers. So there is that. I am going to turn the camera down so that we can get started. So if you are just joining, I am Christy Hillock with CJ Card Creations, and I am here tonight to show you the December Paper Pumpkin kit. Paper Pumpkin is that all-inclusive subscription box, and the next one is what I was just talking about with Sunshine and Smiles that goes with the Playing in the Rain. So this one is called Good Things Come in Small Packages, and it made a lot. So let me pull out all of my little things that I wanted to show you. So it was actually designed to make these cute little gift card holders. And when you open them up, there's a little tag that you can put inside to write your note and then drop your gift card in. And then you just have this, we call them belly bands, that you just kind of slide over the little box. So I made up several of them, as you can see. This one is cute for a wedding and birthday and a graduation. And I was excited because I actually have a graduate coming up shortly. So, you know, I don't always have one. And then a baby. And I thought the green and yellow was just so sweet. When we had Jonah, we did not find out whether he was going to be a boy or a girl. So we had a lot of very neutral clothing options when he was first born. And a lot of things were green and yellow. So I think that that was a great option there. Okay, so these, oh my gosh, this one came with so many bits and pieces. Like, I'm still not done. And I just figured I wouldn't finish because you never know exactly who you're going to be giving a gift card to. So it'll just be nice to have this ready to go. But our instructions are always really, really thorough and easy to follow. It tells you exactly what you need for each step of the way. And then this one shows all the different variations that they had done. It also gives you a couple of ideas for other projects that you could make with the stamps and ink, and then potentially bits of the kit. And this one had information too about the card bases that you could buy as an add-on. They were $10 for 20 bases, I think. It was insanely cheap. And then I saw this cute little card on here and I just had to copy it. So, hey, Janie. So this is that card. This is the Dots and Spots die that we have. And this, all the rest of this, except for these 2 strips, were straight out of the kit contents. So I thought that it turned out really cute. Just put a plain liner in there. So that one was fun. But again, I just copied that one. And then, thanks, Tiffany. I did this cute little card. This looks very boy to me for any new baby boy. And then I did this one, same exact thing, except that I did it in girl colors. So those are just some fun ideas, you know, apart from the kit itself. And then I guess hopefully that's all I needed out of there. I made a few more cards, and the exciting thing about these, this is what we're going to make tonight, but I decided to pamper my Paper Pumpkin subscribers just a little bit, and everybody on my list got a kit to make this card. So you may get it in a different color, but it's, it's coming if you haven't already gotten it. So just wanted to share the different color options here, and we will get started with our very own. Oh, and what was also great about those card base add-on was that all the envelopes are decorated to coordinate, and they're just so pretty. So there is that. Get out the pieces that I've got ready here. Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to do is just show you, hey, Aunt Pat, I'm glad you're here, how to put together the box, because I know I struggle with envisioning 3D. Like, it is just not how my brain works. So I just thought that you guys might want to see it in action, and not have to go hunting for a separate video. So I am just going to make this little box. I'm burnishing all of the score lines. That gives you a really crisp fold so that your box is nice and square. And go down the side. So this box is Tahitian Tide on the outside, which is what we are going to keep showing. And then the inside is Calypso Coral. So this box goes with so many of our great colors, and just really, you can do a lot with the season, the person, the event, all of that kind of thing. So it's really handy. So now that I've got all of those burnished, I'm going to fold in these little tabs here. So if you can see, I'll just do one side at a time, tuck those in as I bring up the side. And then this is going to hold those tabs down and tuck right into the slot at the bottom. So there is that. Do it again on the other side. Hopefully you can see that okay. It's kind of tough to show sometimes. And then you just close it up, and that's it. So there's that. And then you'll just bring bone folder to do the same burnishing on this belly band. And then they gave us tear and tape in this kit, which is one of our really strong adhesives, and it's really nice for this kind of thing. The box actually doesn't need any adhesive at all. You could choose to give it some if you really wanted to, but I just don't see the need. So I'm just going to tear that off, and then it's got this waxy strip here that we will peel off here in just a second. And then I'm going to come to the outside of this other flap, and that will get us really good closure with this. Now, the other thing that I like to do is wrap it around the box to do the adhesive, because that keeps it from being too tight. So we will slide this in here. Now, as I said, I don't want it too tight. I also don't want it so loose that it just falls off. So hoping to get just a nice in between. And there it is. And then you just decorate this however you want. So super cute, super easy. I think that took me all of like 3 minutes or something. So now we are going to come in with our, this is Blushing Bride card base and the cute little polka dot envelope flap. And I have cut a piece of Calypso Coral, and it's a little bit hard to see, but I used an embossing folder that has happy birthday in lots of different languages. So that is going to be kind of the front and center bit there. And then I had just cut little strips. Let's see, I think I might go the other way here. Just little strips to slide under like that. And then we have a cute little circle. And this circle I actually punched out of the Dandy Designs free paper because the color was great and I liked the stars and it kind of contrasted nicely with the stripes and polka dots. And then this little circle is where we are going to stamp our sentiment. So for this one, this is the stamp set that came with it. Obviously, any stamp set that you have that has sentiments, you could totally do. But I think that for this, because I really only want to do one stamp, I'm just going to do special delivery, because I could send a special delivery for just about anything. Let me just tell you. So I'm going to bring in my block. Now you get one of these clear acrylic blocks with your first paper pumpkin kit when you subscribe. And that way they know that you have what you need. And then from then on, you just get the ink and stamps. So I am using my Garden Green ink. This is the same color as the ink pad that came in the kit. I just don't know where that disappeared to. So we will stamp this on here like so. And there it is. The stamp sets in Paper Pumpkin are always photopolymer, which is really nice because you can see through them, so you know that you're lining them up exactly how you want them to be. I find that really helpful. So then the other thing that I'm going to do is just bring in one of my punches. Now you could totally do this with scissors as well, but this is one of my favorite punches. It is the Banner Pick a Punch. You see you can have 2 different tips on your banner, and then it's set up to do 3 different sizes. So it can be a 1/2 inch wide, 3/4 of an inch wide, or a full inch wide. So I think that we will do this end for this one. And these pieces I just cut out of the, where did it go? If you see, this is the same paper as that. So I just cut one of the belly bands up so that I could do that. And punch that off. So this one is going to go just like that. And again, those are Garden Green polka dots. And then I'm going to do, I don't know if you would call that an arrow tip or bullet tip, for my wider piece. And I like that we can flip it over and see exactly where we're punching, because even though it has the lines, I don't always get it on there straight. So that helps me just double check myself. So there is that. And we have everything that we need now to make this card. So just going to, I always like to lay out the bits so that I know kind of where I'm going once I have glue on. And I think that that will be just fine. So flip these 2 over. So Mom, I saw that you had mentioned earlier, let's see, you struggle with getting your mess from a project cleaned up and the DSP. Yeah. So the cleanup, like seriously, the fun is the making. The cleanup is just kind of the disaster that happens after. And I am terrible about really pushing my time down to the wire. So like I know that I have an hour while Emily is theoretically taking quiet time during the day. And she sets her Alexa clock so that it tells her when her time is up. And then she will just bring herself down here and tell me that I'm done. And so at that point, I just walk away from the disaster that I have created. And that is a really miserable thing to walk back into. So I've definitely found that a place for everything and everything in its place. I don't know who said that, but I have heard that saying before, and it really does make a big difference. The having somewhere for things to be when they're put away. Because it's really the struggle of like, well, I don't quite have enough room for, you know, this set of embellishments or these stamps or punches or whatever. So I have been trying really hard to pare down some of my mess and then also find, you know, good organizational stuff. And I will say that Stampin' Storage makes storage tools that are designed for Stampin' Up! Customers. and they are super high quality. They are made in the United States, and they are just really, really easy to set up and use. I mean, I think almost all of them actually come assembled. So if you don't already have an organizational system that you love, go check out Stampin' Storage. I don't get anything for telling you that. I just think that that is where it's at. So they also have like magnet sheets for your dies and all sorts of other things that you can use just to store better and waste less space and that kind of thing. So now I am bringing in, this is the enamel dot essentials that are in the new catalog. And I like to write the colors on this cardstock insert because I can't ever remember, and they generally are very close in color, but not always exactly the same as like the cardstock or whatever. And so I just find it to be a lot easier to write it down, and that way I'm not flipping through the catalog every time I go to use something. So I am going to grab some of these white dots. And now everyone who received a kit to make this actually is going to find a pack of these dots in their package as well. So I hope that that is useful and enjoyable. I felt like navy and crumb cake and white are some of the most used colors, and so this would be a great set of embellishments for you to have. All right, I'm glad you like this card. So that is seriously it. It's so easy. And I think that anybody would be happy to get that bright, happy card. And this obviously will go for a birthday because of the embossing folder. So I'm going to set that aside now. And I promised you an actual kit unboxing. And let me just tell you, I haven't even looked at this, and I am very excited to see it. So I'm going to open this up. This is the Saying Thanks kit that came out at the beginning of January. So all of our kits that are not Paper Pumpkin come in this nice box that is very reusable. And so I love those as well. And then we're just going to take off the shrink wrap here. And so as a reminder, back to the card that we just made, if you do want the dimensions for that, make sure that you sign up for my emails before Sunday night, because those emails go out on Monday. And if you have any questions about the Celebration free products or the Join special, please reach out anytime. I would be delighted to help you get your questions answered. So the kits always include the adhesives that you need. So you're seeing these are dimensional strips instead of the little hexagons that we normally use. So that is very handy. And then these are the embellishments. These are like square sequins, and they're iridescent, which is why you're seeing so many different colors on the screen, if your screen looks like mine. So those will be fun. And then we've got these gorgeous kind of color splash envelopes and a bunch of different card bases. Now this kit is only $13. And again, it's the Saying Thanks kit. It is so cheap because it is a non-stamping kit. It's really just a put together kit, but you get to say that it was something you made for your people, which I feel like is powerful because it does take a little extra time, and so people will just appreciate knowing that you care. So 9 card bases here, 3 of each design. And then what they did was just included sentiments in every language that we carry, because it's just easier than trying to keep a kit for each language. These are cute little hearts. And then we have our sentiments, and these are like black embossed. They're shiny. They're really pretty. So that is everything that comes in this kit. And then I'm just pulling out, I know the paper is gorgeous. I could use so much of this. I think it's interesting that they don't sell more bright like this. Okay, so these are our instructions. And I've got a couple of minutes, so I will make one card for you. Which one do you want me to do? You can do the dots, the splotch, or the rainbow. So, oh, and I hid the splotches. There you go. So vote quick, and I will just pop out a few of the things that we will need while I'm waiting for you to tell me which one you want to see. So this kit is really, as I said, it'd be great because I think we all need thank you cards to be accessible. And honestly, you can thank people for like brightening your day. So it doesn't have to be some big occasion to send someone a card, and they will just appreciate it so much because I can't tell you, I get so much junk mail and then the bills, and very rarely do I get something bright and cheerful in my mailbox that makes me just want to actually look in there. So I think that one of the greatest impacts that we can have is by leaving someone with a sense of peace or joy or happiness. So that's enough of my philosophizing. Is that the word? So you guys want the dots, which is awesome. So this one needs, I'm just going to show you what I'm looking at here. It tells me I need the dots, I need the word thanks, and I need you're the best out of this. And looks like we're going to do some twine here and some sequins and the adhesive strips. So flip this over to the direct instructions. Oh, and I love how they're doing the ribbon, the twine on this, because sometimes I don't actually want to tie a bow at all. So the fact that this tells me just to kind of wrap it and make it look pretty is awesome. Quick and easy. So we will just place this dimensional strip right here and do another one down below to get this other end and peel these off. The way these peel off is very similar to that tear and tape that I was showing you earlier too. So I just need to find the edge on this twine, and I could tie it in a bow if I decided that that was going to be easier, but literally what they're telling me to do is just wrap it like that. And then turn that and go up like that, except that maybe we want this to show a little bit better. Let's see. Get that and that, and now we can flip this over and stick it on just like so. And then we need another little strip on the back of our You're the Best. So we will tuck this just right down here. And that looks pretty straight. And now we will grab our sequins. I am going to use the spatula end of my Take Your Pick tool to grab these guys. And maybe I can reclaim that. I honestly can't even see where all they put them on here. So I think we'll leave that one there. And one right down in here. Oh my goodness, they are flying. That's the downside of using the spatula end. We'll do one just like that. And a couple more up here. So I like to do my embellishments in odd numbers, whether that be 3s or 5s typically. Every once in a while, you'll catch me doing like 2 of something. But there's usually a very clear reason why that is how I chose to do it. So there is your awesome dots card. I hope that you love this. I hope you will consider getting this kit because I do think that having that in your stash when you need something quick, it's nothing fancy. It took me 2 minutes to put together. But there are times where you don't want to send a piece of art. So, all right. Well, thank you all so much for joining me tonight. I hope that you have loved this paper pumpkin alternate project night that we did. And if you have any questions about stamping with me, about the products that I've shown, or about joining my team, the Queen Bees, now's a great time. Make sure that you reach out and ask any questions. I love it when you like and share my videos, and I will see you next week on Thursday at 7:30 Mountain Time. I will have a whole new set of ideas for February to share with you. And so I think you're going to want to make sure that you are here. Have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. Bye.